Okay guys, we're going to go for a pass tutorial. I'm actually going to show you exactly how I can pass the ball without losing it very easy. And let's get straight into this, okay? First of all, people don't understand how the aim system works. Watch, I want to aim outside, right, the pitch. Now, when there's no one in the vicinity, the game will actually pass the ball outside the pitch, okay? And this is where people are getting confused. They're like, okay, so AI, again, don't worry about the goals here. They're thinking, oh, AI passes are not going the right way. But people don't understand how the aim lock system works, which is an assisted passing feature. If you saw my videos, I explain this in a bit more detail. But I want to show you an example, right? Now, let's say, for example, I get the ball to Edison and I'm aiming now towards a corner flag. Do you see how the game passed the ball to Kunde? So if I aim, for example, again, I'm aiming at the corner flag again. See how the game is passing the ball to Kadioglu. Now, wherever you aim your left analog stick, whoever is closest to wherever you're aiming, that's where the ball will go to. That's a perfect example of a through ball time, which we'll go over in a second. So do you understand? That's very important. So if I aim, for example, outside, or for example, I aim, for example, for the corner flag, right? Because there's no one in that vicinity, there's literally no one there. The ball actually went there, okay? But when you're in the pitch and you're facing inwards, right? And I aim, for example, upwards now, see how the game, you might have to rewind that, but see how the game gave the ball to Rodrigo. So that's how AI assistance passing works. Secondly, stop running. When you want to make that pass, take a touch and stop this 180 no scopes. Listen, these 180 no scopes, you might get away with it on the lower tier. But once someone knows how to defend, they're not going to work, okay? So you want to face it, you want to make a pass, you face a player. You only take that risk in a final that if you can't make that pass, then you go around. Simple. Now, through balls, okay? How does through balls work? People keep doing like this and be like this. Oh, why is my through balls not working? It's because it's not about, or timing is the most important thing, but it's also about aiming. Equally, both are the most important things. I want to show you an example, right? So when we get the ball back here, don't forget, if you haven't seen my defending video, check out the defending video. And do you know, in fact, what we're going to do is we're actually going to sub these players off. So I know someone's going to say to me, oh, Neil, it's because you have Neymar on your team. So you know what, let me just sub these players off. That's actually a precision lob pass. I want to start putting on some cheap players. I want to say, Neymar, you're gone. Ajabade, 3K. Williams, I think she costs like 900 coins. Lavelle, I think she's like 5k, 6k. Swanson's like 6k. In fact, Adiemi's worse, so maybe it's probably better off keeping Adiemi on, but that's not a point. But I'm going to show you again with cards. I've only got like basic passing here, 80 pass, just to show you it's not about the players, because people keep thinking, oh, it's about the players. The truth is, if you play a pro player, they're still going to smack you up with a bronze team. You have to understand that. People keep thinking the game is pay to win, but the truth is the lack of the basics, okay? So now, through balls. How do through balls work, okay? Do you want to get better at FC25? Now, before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you join my FC school and you didn't get better after 1 month, I'll refund your money? I can say this because I've been running my FC school for many years and thousands of students join and even stay on. We go over complete in-depth gameplay tutorials showing you both the theory of something and the gameplay examples using real-life examples in a structured format that's like a course. The videos on a systematic learning system teaching you everything from the core mechanics, the basics to the meta so you can get better as a whole with explanations that go beyond the scope of my YouTube channel. FC School has already started with every single tactical layout, focuses, meta cards, and learn the meta before it even becomes the meta. So come join thousands of others in a mature audience community for those looking to get better at FC25, patreon.com/nilguides, or click the link down below. Now, when you join, we already have a library of hundreds of videos, more than my YouTube channel, in fact, with new videos on FC25 getting constantly added so you'll never run out of content. The biggest mistake people do is they spend thousands of dollars on FP points every year thinking this will make them better, but it won't. But now it's time for you to make that change. Don't forget, if you don't get better after 1 month, just send me a message and I'll refund your money. That's the Nil Guides guarantee. Links down below in the description, patreon.com/nilguides. If you want to make a through ball, this one is different. Wherever you aim your button, the ball is going to go there. So if you aim the ball upwards, the ball is going to go up, okay? Now, through ball should not be used in your own defense, okay? Ever. When you're a top tier player, you can start doing these things where your player runs onto the ball. When you do a through ball, you don't just do it aimlessly. It's to do it when there's space behind. For example, like there's loads of space in behind, and then I can play that pass. But what you want to do is you want to beat the defender first. How? You trigger that player with a 1-2 on L2, and then you do a through ball. And you see, have a look at that. I'm going to show you the replay now. Look, this is very important. Probably the most important thing you're probably going to see ever with passing, okay? Have a look what happened here. You know what? We're just going to do a custom camera because it appears this doesn't want to work, okay? A custom camera. All right, beautiful. Now, you watch the situation, right? Now, when I make that pass, that 1-2 backwards, right? Let's increase the aperture here. When I make this pass, right? what I'm doing is I'm waiting for that play. Look, I'm waiting until this player has now beaten that player, and then I make the through ball, you see? That way, when I run onto the ball, I'm completely clean through. But how did I make sure that player was on? It's also look at the other defenders. I was making sure that player is not offside. So when you're making those parts, let's say I'm doing a through ball, you got to make sure the person you want to pass the ball to is not offside. If that player is offside, like have a look, let me give you another quick tip. This is a nil guy's top tip, right? If you want to pass the ball to your striker, right, and you're no one to pass the ball to, let that player go offside, and watch when that player comes back on again. Watch that striker. Watch. See how she's clear for a split second, okay? So let's say, for example, I want to pass the ball to someone. You trigger someone, and then you wait for them to come back onside. If they're offside, you can't pass the ball to them, and you still have a gate to pass the ball. So you have effectively 2 opportunities to pass the ball to someone. So you can see, like here, the player on the left-hand side, I want to make that pass. A bit unlucky because the player in the way. That's the most obvious thing, of course. Don't make that pass to players there. But recording a tutorial and trying to explain what I'm doing before I'm doing it and playing at the same time, it's probably one of the most difficult things you can do doing this, what I'm doing right now. But you can see, for example, like here, you see there's no defenders there. So I did the L1 trigger and that player started running. Now, if I wanted this player to make that, I'm waiting for the overlap. Now I'm going to make the pass. You see, it's all about timing. Now, let's say I want to pass the ball now to one of Lavelle, for example. Look, she's offside, but when she comes back on, she's going to be onside for that split second. She's clear now. You see that? So that's the most important thing. Now, L1 triangles, how do they work? L1 triangles are the same as through balls, but they're over the top, right? So let's see that player's making it running behind. Can I make that pass? No. Unless my timing is perfect. Let's bring it back into the scene 1 second. Unless my timing is perfect, that place like here, I got to do that. I'm waiting for that player to make a run. I'm going to stop running with my player. You see my opponent actually knows what I'm doing now. Maybe it's actually better. So my opponent knows what I'm doing. Not the best of passes there. A, I made that pass probably on my weaker foot, and B, the pass was bobbling. I should have controlled that ball before I made that pass. Bad pass example there. Hoping to get the ball back. I'm trying to record the tour here. Get the ball back here. Beautiful. Okay, now bring the ball to the winger. L1 trigger. I'm doing a through ball now, just before she's offside. You see that? Just before, okay? The same thing is with the L1 triangles. Let's say we're just going to bring a player here with a player lock. 1 second, just to get that player close. So you see I'm waiting for that player to be offside, and then I make the pass. Now, you see what that pass was? That is called the precision lob pass, okay? So let's say you like to me, oh no, that's all fine and dandy, but you know what? I don't want any AI assistance. This is why I say leave passing on assisted, because if you want a manual pass, you can request a manual pass, a pass on demand, using the R1 plus the triangle button, or the R1 plus the lob button. So once I get the ball back here in a second, look, you see that? So as you can see, I'm actually aiming the left analog stick manually, and I'm using the R1 plus the lob button, and I'm getting the ball. You can do the same thing with the pass. R1 plus triangle. Wherever I aim it, if I aim it, for example, like just over there, the ball is going to go over there. This is how you can risk the ball not going anywhere. So like it could be a regular ground pass. You can make it a through ball because a player needs to run onto it like that. You see? You can go like this. Very, very simple. Very, very simple like that. So you can make up, see, like you can make that perfect pass if I want to. So that's a bad example of it. But you see, that's called a precision pass. I got a video on that on my channel. So that is the way that you make that guaranteed pass. So if you're struggling right now and you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on, Neil. What's going on? You can always force the pass yourself. Now, what about this new OP meta pass everyone's talking about? What they're talking about is the long ball play style. And that is, for example, effectively you get the ball and then you dash the ball like this on the opposite side. By the way, pretend you didn't hear this from me, by the way. Just pretend. What's this system referee doing? But that can be very, very effective. And you can, for example, use the end combination with that kind of pass. If that touch was better, it would have been a better situation, but I could have cut the ball in. So that's the best advantage of manual pass, okay? So whenever you're making a pass, don't hold the run button, okay? Because whenever you hold the run button, you're taking a heavy touch. In real life, just like when you think about the ball coming into you at pace in real life, right? Same when you do like a driven pass. You gotta stop running. When you receive the ball, take a touch, make that pass. Now, if you want to guarantee the angle, let's say there's someone blocking the angle, do a ball roll like this. You see, you avoid the animation. And if you can't make the pass, just don't make it. Like people have this urge, okay, I want to pass the ball to that top player, but I can't. So don't force it. If you want, you can use a ball if you know what you're doing, but don't force it. I like to use a ball because it kind of creates that passing angle. It kind of moves the passing angle wider. You don't have to always use it, but it makes it, see, like, and I can, like, the timing like that. I actually think she's just offside if I did make that pass. So the key thing is timing it to perfection, right? Why did I lose the ball there? Well, you know, I made a silly pass. Again, silly pass. See that? 180 pass, again, silly pass. But if I keep it safe, keep it simple, and if you're not sure, just go backwards. There's no harm. If you're not too sure, go backwards. Now, I love the 1-2s. Everyone keeps doing the give and goes, whatever you want to call them. I call them 1-2s, of course. And we hold the L1 button, and that player starts making a run in behind. Now, watch that player. She's going to make a run all the way into the moment she's offside. As you can see, I'm looking at her right now. She'll be coming. Then she comes back onside again. See her? She's got blue hair. You can see her very easily. So what I like to do is, you can also trigger players off the ball and on the ball. So let's say I have the ball, for example, like here. Bad pass again, not facing the player. It's a really good example of showing you how not to make passes. You can see, like here, with L1 triggers, I can make those players make runs, okay? I can also use a creative run. So I can make that player run that way. I can make that player go down. You just press the L1 button and the right analog stick. You can flick. So if I want somebody to run to the left-hand side, you can run there. If I want that player to run towards me, they can run there. And you can also press the R1 button if you need to. But I don't do this because I think it adds more pressure, because then the person with the problem with this is the person that you want to trigger to come close towards you, the AI also comes with them. So in fact, to create space, contrary to belief, people always say, in my ideology in football, to create space is not for a player to come close because you bring the defender with you. The way to create space is a defender going away from you. That's the way you create space. You don't create space by people coming close. And that's why, of course, like, Guardiola, positional play, being as wide as possible, everyone in their own lanes, is because if you want to create space, trust the person on the ball. You have to trust yourself. So that will be the key way. So that's another example of how you can make this pass. And look, the second thing is, look, just be quick, okay? The quicker you are, the faster you make the pass. Like you said, trigger that player early. I know what I'm going to do a quick 1-2 here, quick 1-2 again, possible to batch up. The quicker you are, the more you can confuse your opponent, the more they can't see it coming. The slower you are, like, for example, like here, I know my opponent is going to take some time. I'm going to pass the ball in the middle, so I'm going to go a bit off. He's gone back into the middle again. Now I'm going to man mark the striker. That's where the ball eventually is going to go. So you see, like here, like the slower the opponent takes, the more time for me to just faff around and be like, okay, I can just hold that player. And you can see, look, why that player make that pass, because they faced away. Now, I'll show you. Driven passes, make the ball down the wing. L1 trigger. That player's when you talk too much, honestly, I'm running out of breath. Batcher. 1-2. Get the ball there. L1 triangle, first time. Can I make the pass? No. Timing was a bit off. Let me just make sure I drink some tea before I start going into a coughing fit. Or even better, water. Water helps concentration, statistically proven, by the way. Okay. Have a look here, right? Take that. Nice. 1-2. Gonna wait till that player's just about offside. Perfect pass. Now I've cleared the defender. Even now. I can't do that. Apologies for the coughing right now. Trying to do this all in one take. Get the ball. I'm going to ask the player to come back off onside. Create that movement. In that pass in the middle. She's offside. Then she's going to come back onside again. Get a bit lucky. Through ball. Ball away. Not panicking. Waiting for that perfect pass. Then I get that perfect pass. Now it's all about finishing. So whether you can finish or not, you have to get that green time shot. And of course, because finishing is absolutely broken, we missed a green time shot from right outside the box where someone's got 90 finishing. But that's a story altogether. Maybe I'll create a finishing tutorial. But there's some things that you can't control. But anyway, I hope this kind of helps you with a pass tutorial on what not to do. Don't do any of these garbage passes and stuff like that. Because you do these 180 no-scope passes, the ball is you're going to lose the ball. A lot of people keep doing this nonsense. And just it works once or twice and then they get away with it. Stop doing these passes. You want to make a pass fade at least 45-degree angle. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Fellas didn't give his opponent the win because I've been taking a mick, to be honest, running backwards. So let me get the opponent win. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a bit of a tutorial. Hope this helped. Don't forget, if you want to see more videos on how to pass the ball like a top tier player, when to take a touch away, when to make the pass, the timing of the passes. You want to know all that nitty gritty where I go over analysis and show you some live examples. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Neil Guides. Link is down below in the description. But thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. And of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace out.